Hey everyone, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, this is video 2 of my Blue Jacket 310 destroyer build. This is going to be the USS Ward. I was going to make it the Aaron Ward, but I just changed my mind. I'm going to call it the USS Ward. So this is going to be the USS Ward circa 1941, December 6th, or December 7th. And so far, guys, taking the last video, I went back on the hull and did some more reshaping here and there, and some more tuning up. I got the perfect in particulars according to plans and templates I used. So right now, I marked out the center lines for the portholes. The portholes have been drilled out already. And I've got all the locations for the deck houses. I got the locating holes, which locating pins will be attached to the sub-assemblies themselves. And they'll relocate on the deck, as you'll see here as I show it to you. We swing the camera around. It's going to be a pretty good medium build for me. It's going to be it's going to be fast and slow and fast. Depends on what assemblies you're working on. But it ain't much to a flush deck destroyer because they gave you a lot of fittings to this kit. All you got to do is tailor-made the wood structures so that everything fits well as pictured on the kit. The USS Ward was a Wilkes class 4-piper flush deck destroyer, Bethlehem steel, I believe out of New York. That she was launched at. And she was sunk 1944, I believe, by a kamikaze, a mini bomber, right off Omak. And she was after December 7th, the USS Ward went to refit by removing her 2 forward funnels, and Morris made her an HPD, which is a fast-speed transport. It carried Mike boats, LCVPs, and Marine personnel. Because she was stationed all through New Guinea, all the Solomon Islands through there. And actually, she island hopped back and forth, taking the Marines and disembarking and coming back and so forth. So she got caught into a kamikaze attack, and one of the belly bombers hit her port quarter near the bow and put a pretty good sized gash in it. She was taken on water, and the Captain Otterbridge, which was the original captain on the USS Ward during the sinking of the midget submarine outside the channel of Pearl Harbor. He sunk his first command. He kind of took it to heart when he did that, but any good skipper would do that too. But so they decided they wanted to go ahead and scuttle her, and which we did. And she went down 229 feet of water, shallow dive. And her remains today are still there, and a lot of divers ventured on her hulk. What's left of it. Okay, guys, back to the kit, of course. So right now, guys, before I proceed any further on the hull, like making the rudders, the screws, the bilge keels, rubbing strakes, I got to make sure all the locating holes on this deck is completely done by using measurements off the plans and drilling holes for locating pins. So that way I know where the parts go. But each one of those parts is going to be completed in the sub-assembly before you attach it to the deck. So when I paint that deck blue right there, all these we see on that deck is locating pin holes where the structures go. I know where they go. So anybody working with wood models like that, always use marked center lines, because I'll tell you one thing, if you don't use center lines on kits like this, you get off course a little bit. Your parts will be off. You know, when you view the model from end or forward, a lot of parts are askew, so you got to take use center lines and you work out the plans. You can't go wrong. Okay, guys, we'll just sit around and take a look how much I've done on this thing, and we'll finish up the video with yours truly here. What God darn Joe tastes good and good today. All right, guys, here it is in its dry state. Everything has not been attached. It's been laid out as per plans. We'll zoom in a little more here. Okay. Right here in the bridge deck, guys, took a chart house off. You see those holes that I bored right there. These holes here are alignment pins. what I'll do, I'll stick a coat hanger, which is perfect wire, and I'll ACC it inside here, and the deck will cover over it. You won't see where the pins went through, but there will be protrusion from the bottom. And right here, as you can see here on this here deck, I've got the location of the Ford Bridge house right here, and these two holes here will correspond with the holes here. That way I know where it goes. So each one of these sub-assemblies right here, fellas, are going to be assembled in its entirety before it's put on the model. Because like I say, once this deck is completely painted, all you're going to see is locating holes. Same thing with the stacks. I'll drill holes there, drill holes in the center of the stack right there. The alignment pins, they fit right in there like this. Same thing with the galley house, the refrigerator, the skylights, and the skylights right here, and shooting aft, the after deck house. And I got the stern pretty well shaping up the way it's supposed to be, as per plans. You can see all the portholes right there that I've drilled out. Use the center line. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see. Always mark those center lines for those portholes. Always need to take it off the plans, work up the freeboard for the deck, make your lines, make sure they're straight, and drill your holes through there. And the kit comes with brass eyelets too, which is a nice touch. And so they would be plugged with brass eyelets. And this is going to be a fast build, fellas. That's the galley right there. You got the galley roof will fit over here. Then you got your twin port and starboard, your 4-inch 50s. I believe the USS Ward had 4-inch 50s, and after Pearl Harbor, they were refitted with 3-inch 50s. So 4-inch 50 still does some good damage. And like I say, these 4-piper destroyers, guys, these were very, very wet boats. I mean, they took in a lot of water. They rolled tremendously, and the living quarters and sailor in these things was probably pretty rough. Although you triced up on a hammock, when you can gimble with the ship, and you just don't even feel the ship moving. And the galleys on top of the deck, so down below, like most galleys are. Like I say, fellas, this is a post-World War I destroyer, and a lot of them were launched back during the First World War, and a lot of them didn't see the First World War, but only the first examples of the Wilkes and the Clemson class. They seen the ending part of World War I. So these things came out too late during the war, and so a lot of them lay docile for a long, long time in mothball fleets, and a lot of them were taken out by the Naval Reserve and used as destroyers and mine layers. So, like I say, none of them were very much alike. You had a lot of open bridge, closed bridges. The Ward had a closed bridge, and the ship's going to be painted 5S dark blue. Load water lines going to be red oxide with a black boot topping on there. Deck blue on top of the deck. Everything is going to be all sea blue. When you stick the mast up all the way to the mast tops, will be a pale gray color. You'll see it as this model develops into something. So right now, guys, I'm in the fitting in stage. I got all my location holes on here. I just got a few more. I got 4 torpedo tubes, quadruple torpedo tube base plates that need to be pre-drilled. So I'll take my plans, drill a hole here, 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 and also get the boat davits. I got to drill those out. Once they've been achieved, I can pay attention on making the rudder strakes, the bilge keel, working on the rudders, working on the screws, and after that's all done, give it a good sanding with 320 sandpaper. This wet and dry sandpaper, which is good. It smooths out the pores. The rest can be filled out with a spatula using either spackle or use Bondo. On this, I'm going to use spackle, and it'll dry a lot faster. and it's very sandable in minutes, like that of Bondo. So all fillers are treated differently, but it's pretty permissible in wood. So I got a lot of work to do, fellas. So after this video, I'm going to go ahead and continue drilling my torpedo tube base locating pins, and also all my boat davits and my 4-inch 50 this forward here. And after that, I go ahead and resume back on the hull. So next video, you'll probably see pretty much at the prime stage, with the screws added on, and the screw guards have been added, and ready for the final painting of the hull, and everything else will just come into play like superstructures, which will be done all subassembly wise and hooked up to the deck. Okay, guys, that's about does it right there, and we'll swing it around to yours truly here. Here I am again, fellas. Incidentally, you know, I was cleaning up my my steering last night. I got fuel all over the wing, so I got the Fuel East 409 cleaner and got it pretty well cleaned up and tightened up the engine mounts a little bit. Got to keep maintenance on it, because if you don't keep up maintenance, you can have a crash. Anyway, well, so I'll talk about the steering right now before I get off here, guys. It's right over here, you see. That's one I was flying on there. You guys see on YouTube. This airplane's 60 years old. 60 years old of wood and fabric. It's all fabric covered. It's a crop duster. And I love this airplane. It's very strong. It's very heavy, fellas. It don't have very much of a glide to it. So when that engine starts to sputter a little bit, let me know it's running out of fuel. You can feel it running out of power as the speed reduces. Get as close to the ground as you can on this one, because like I say, when the engine is dead, gravity won't prevail, and just enough speed to get her landing properly. And the last one I did was a very excellent landing. I always do good landings, except that one time when it went out of gas. I was 30 feet in the air. And that thing went down like a dive bomber, and I found with the thrust of the gravity, I pulled it out of the dive and it landed pretty well. Okay, guys, that's about it right there. A little sneak preview on that crop duster I was flying on the other day, and I'm gonna box her up and put her in the basement. Put her away until next year. And she's getting old like me. And it's amazing, it still flies well too. Okay, guys, that about does it. Okay, guys, this completes video number 2 of my 310 USS Ward Blue Jacket Kit build. So stay tuned for the next video, and this will be pretty much in the priming stage for ready for paintings. Build skills will be added, butter will be added, so I'm going to be working on all these sub-assemblies today. And so I should have a video about probably by Thursday. The hull will be pretty much completed, ready for final painting. Okay, guys, this is Pinky Day signing off. Make Mama happy. God bless you guys. And that about does it. And I love you guys very much. Take care of yourselves, fellas. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye, boys. Take care, man.